We have Father Tony with us, so thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to come and visit with us just about the upcoming school year, which is crazy, I want to say.
Yes.
So what school are you with, and when do you guys start?
So I'm with the Catholic Schools of the Diocese of Amarillo. We have schools, two elementary schools here in Amarillo, St. Mary's and St. Joseph's, a secondary school, Holy Cross, and then St. Anthony's of Padua and Dalhart, and St. Anthony's in Hereford.
Wow, a lot of locations there.
Yes.
But I just want to talk about this first off. It's just crazy to me that literally we're gearing up for school. We've had so many back to school stories happening, and August 12th, I mean, that's in like 2-3 weeks maybe?
That's right. We start a little bit earlier than AISD and CISD.
Yes. So how has that been, you know, gearing up for this upcoming school year? Are you stressed? Have things been crazy? Are you ready?
I'm very lucky that I have a principal who has almost 30 years of experience in administration. Kim Lackey is our principal. And so she takes a lot of the stress off. During the summer, we don't have the children around, so we miss the noise that they make. And so we're ready to welcome them back.
Absolutely. That is so, so cool. And you know, St. Mary's has been great working with us and all of that. You guys are fantastic.
117 years this year.
Oh my goodness.
Is our school. Yeah, it's older than the parish.
And how long have you been there?
Well, this October will be 5 years.
Wow.
Yes.
What has that been like for you? You know, beginning and kind of your, you know, going through 5 years, what has that experience been like for you?
Oh, it's a wonderful experience. I was at St. Mary's as an intern, as a seminarian 22 years ago, and then it was one of my first assignments, and I lived there when I was at the hospital as a chaplain, and now I'm back as the rector. So it's been a wonderful experience.
Yes,
good
very
people.
fulfilling. Yes. And so something that you guys are a little bit different than other schools with, you have the Montessori program.
We do. We have a Montessori program for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. The Montessori is an education program that is based on what children need as they need. It's a lot of self-directed learning. So they have a work cycle station where they have different works across 5 different areas. I won't remember them all. Practical life, math, language arts, science.
Important subjects.
And so, and those works can take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes that a child will work with, and they are presented as the child is ready. We mix the class 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. We have a traditional kindergarten, so our school is a hybrid. We have a conventional classroom, kindergarten through 5th grade, but Montessori for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds.
Very cool.
I mean, being a teacher, that's one of the most fulfilling jobs. You are, you know, giving the next generation the knowledge, you're preparing them for life, you're raising them up and teaching them all of these important things as they, you know, prepare to take on the world. And, you know, as a teacher, what are some of the most fulfilling things that you have seen? Just like you've seen these kids grow up, and I'm sure you've grown very attached to a lot of your kiddos as you see them grow and change.
So we're very lucky at St. Mary's. We can meet practically all of the needs a child with a special learning need would present. We can't meet everything, but we can meet a lot. We have dyslexia services. We also work with AISD to provide speech therapy and a Title I tutor who comes in and works with children individually and in groups in math and in reading and language arts. And so watching some of our children who come, that as they begin they struggle, and as they leave they are on the same level as their peers.
Right, they're flourishing, and they've kind of helped come up to meet that standards, which is such a rewarding thing. You know, you want to send these kids out into the world ready to take it on and ready to do it, and that is exactly what you guys
and
are
we're
doing.
really lucky at St. Mary's private schools. I'm sure Ascension and some of the others here in Amarillo are the same, St. Andrews. We do not have to do standardized testing. We use a program called MAP testing, and what it does is it compares a student to themselves 3 times throughout the year. So we can look at where they have developed, where they're still struggling, and come up with individual plans to help them meet the needs that they have. And succeed at their levels.
That is super important, because, you know, each kid learns differently at different rates, at different levels. So just being able to specialize for each one, it just kind of helps bridge the gaps that they have specifically.
That's right.
So
Yes.
that is super important.
Yes.
So, and then starting out those kids younger, I feel like that does help. It kind of gives them a head start. So then when they get into school, it's not as overwhelming. It's like, oh, we've done this, we've learned some things, so it's a little more comfortable as they're starting off on this new.
And so, you know, as we finish out this interview, you know, you guys are enrolling right now.
We are. So we have 3 and 5 day classrooms for Montessori.
Okay.
And come schedule an interview, not an interview, but come schedule a tour of our school. We find that about 90% of people who walk in our doors decide that our school is for their families.
Very cool.
Right, and that's a big decision. So it's something you've got to come. You want to see where your kiddos are going to be going to school, so it's just that extra step.
St.
And
Mary's
getting to know you
partners with
guys.
families.
Right, and then you can show them, like, we have a good facility, we're going to take good care of your kiddos.
Yeah.
We'll take good care of them. So
Yes.
super important.
Love that. Well, Father Tony, thank you so much for
Thank you
joining
so much, Kelsey.
us
Thank you,
and
Shelby.
Of course.
sharing a little bit about your program. So please get your kids enrolled. You don't want to miss it. So thank you.